Hello, everybody. This is Murray Montgomery back with you for this December 14th edition of the Lavaca County News Review. And I have my co-host Hans here with me.
Howdy, everybody.
And we're going to have a special guest. And I called him a Hallettsville icon because, he's so well known around here. So say hello to Henry Joe Yache.
Hello there. I'm glad to be here. And this is my first time, so I'm kind of shaky.
Well, no need to be nervous, Henry. In fact, you're probably the perfect person for the news review. To my understanding, you've been voted in the past Mr. Hospitality in Hallettsville. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. And if you go to Hofer's, which I imagine about 80% or 90% do, this is that little fella that's usually on the front register up there. What days do you work?
Well, right now I work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays night.
Yeah, I met this little fella about 20 years ago, probably now, and I worked part-time at Hofer's for about 5 years, and I was doing the newspaper stuff along with it. But he told everybody in there that he just loved me, and and he just wanted to be my friend forever. Now you can tell him what you really said.
Oh, I better not. I don't think I
Tell
can
him
say that.
that guy thinks he that guy don't look like he's too friendly. Yeah, you said it. Just admit it.
What exactly did I say?
Well, you tell me all the time that when you first saw me, you told all the coworkers, "Dude, that guy don't look like he'd be too friendly."
Oh,
And sure enough, you was right.
oh, I don't think so. That was before I really knew him.
Well, I'm going to take Henry's side here. But speaking of taking Henry's side, we have four fantastic newspapers this week in the 14th and 15th editions of the Lavaca County newspapers. And in all four newspapers, it will be accompanied by letters to Santa from local students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
This is,
many of them did you type?
well, I don't know, but it's been about maybe 200 or more.
For all the towns? Did you type for all the towns?
Well,
Just one?
Luling, which is also we did that alone was about 200 plus, and then I did some Moulton and most of the Hallettsville Santa letters. So I learned a lot what everyone wants for Christmas.
Can you remember what was one of the most wanted gifts or whatever? What they repeated like several kids?
Let's see, what was that now? I can't remember.
Did anybody? I know I heard you say people were some second graders and younger were asking for iPhones, and they had their goals set high, huh?
Oh yeah, and some of them even asked for a what do you think that thing that flies up?
Oh, a drone, right?
Yeah,
Drone, yeah, drone, and some little ones even asked for guns, which I don't think would be the
Well,
right
it had
gift.
to be like a Nerf gun or something like that.
Yeah,
But
but some of them asked for the real one.
but anyway, I saw where some of them even asked for a baby brother
Oh yeah,
or a baby sister or something.
yeah.
So that was
Some of them asked for money.
I see. I didn't realize Santa was an arms dealer as well as providing bait.
yeah. He sells AR-15s when he gets a kid.
If the kid is good enough.
Yeah,
So, Henry, how long have you been typing the letters to Santa?
Oh wow,
long time.
long time. Yeah, probably not too much after I started working in Hellsville in 1957.
And is this something that is always a big hit with the community?
Yeah, it is. The parents read the paper and they're looking for their child's, letters, and they get a kick out of it.
And sometimes there's a lot of things in there that are misspelled, but it's left in there intentionally because that's the way the kids say
That's
it,
the way the
right?
kids send it, and sometimes you can't really read their writing and stuff, and so you kind of guess whatever comes to mind that looks close enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's just part of it. We can't be mind readers when we get these letters. We don't know exactly what they meant to say, but we try our best to figure it out and correct it if it needs correcting.
That's right, and if some of them are misspelled, well, we apologize to the parents, but we just couldn't read some of them.
How about your other column, Town Chatter? I know anybody that reads the Hallettsville Tribune Herald reads Town Chatter and your trivia. So how long have you been doing the Town Chatter?
The Town Chatter I started about 2005.
And for the listeners out there who might not read Hallettsville every week, just what is in the town chatter? To my understanding, you have a lot of updates from around the community, right?
Yeah, a lot of dates for upcoming events, and and then we also run wedding anniversaries if they're married 50 or more years, and birthdays 90 or more.
How about the trivia question? Do you get a lot of?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, I've had as much as 15, you know, some time ago, but now it kind of, slowed down because some of the people got older and, they can't read.
Yeah.
So that kind of slowed. But you usually get about maybe 8.
Well, it's a popular column because people are always calling here wanting to guess, and so that's really good. And speaking of Hofers, while we're on this subject, how long have you been working there?
It'll be 50 years on February the 15th.
Lord have mercy.
Do you have a big 50th anniversary celebration planned yet, or you just gonna let it come as it comes?
I kind of let it come as it comes. Maybe they'll give me a little celebration. I don't know, but that's 2 months away.
Well, you can maybe fill up your car with gas, get a nice pint of Bluebell.
Yeah,
Wow, that'd be nice.
or a fifth of whiskey.
Even better.
Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't send on letters. I better not be talking about that. We wouldn't want to influence the little children.
Oh, I don't think that would happen.
So another really cool thing that is in the newspapers this week, and actually, to my understanding, it will be the next several weeks, is a section done by our ace reporter Jimmy Appelt.
Yeah, that's the news review for the last year, and Jimmy just goes through there. I don't know. I guess he just picks out things that he thinks is
More
relevant,
yeah.
But they split that up. I think this last bunch was 3 months, but he does run it for several weeks
Oh,
to
yeah.
get it all in there.
Yeah, to my understanding, actually, I'm looking at the Molten Eagle right now, and for this week, they're covering January through April, so that first quarter of the year. And I would like to ask you guys, do you have any highlights that stand out, specifically from Lavaca County news in 2022? Any big news that stand out as
I
positive?
think for me, the big news was moving into this new building.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a new era for the newspapers, huh?
right. And one of the big things was when the old newspaper office was demolished.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It kind of, a lot of memories went down.
Every time I drive by that vacant lot, I can't believe that building was that small. I mean, in my mind, I wouldn't have thought it would have fit where that lot
Hmm.
is.
That's the way
But
it seems, yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say that too. I guess land looks a lot busier when stuff is on it. Like it looks like
yeah,
there's a lot more space.
yeah.
Murray, do you have a favorite column or a favorite story that you wrote over the last year that was published?
Do you know what that column is in this newspaper?
But
Oh, which newspaper? I'm excited to read it.
It's Hallettsville Tribune Herald. And the reason I'm not going to say it's new because we publish it every year just about. And it's about my favorite old Christmas movie. It's on the back page there, huh?
Okay.
And it's an old movie that was made. I forget exactly the 40s, I believe. And it's about it's the name of the movie. It's a Wonderful Life, and it's got Jimmy Stewart and several more well-known people in it. And what it's about, basically, and I won't run on too far with it, but it's about a guy that falls on hard times, and he's always trying to get out of this little town where he grew up, and he wants to go out and do big things in the world, and there's always something that stops him. And so finally, he gets so frustrated that he says, "I wish I had never been born." And so according to the movie, the Lord sends him an angel, and the angel's name is Clarence. And that's what the entire movie is about. It's got a happy ending. So that's one of my favorites. I'd say that'd have to be the most favorite.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing article. I have not read it yet, so I'm excited to get around to it. And I've never actually seen It's a Wonderful Life. It sounds a little bit like a Christmas Carol, but in the Christmas Carol, maybe that's a little bit spookier because they're sending ghosts instead of angels, huh?
Well, with this one, it's you have to sit and watch it. It's a tradition now with us. When my kids were little, I said, "You're gonna watch it every year," and now they passed it on their kids, and hopefully it'll keep going. But it's got a message, and it's like, I mean, you can even think about it. What would happen if you had never been born? If if the people that you've touched in your life, you wouldn't be around to touch, or maybe you did something good for somebody, and you wouldn't have been around to do that. And that's basically what it is. The main one in the story is that the main character that's trying to get out of this little town of Bedford Falls, New York, they were on the ice on an ice pond, and his little brother fell into the ice, and he rescued him. And the little brother went on to be a Navy fighter pilot, and he shot down two enemy planes that were fixing to sink a ship that had 1,500 soldiers on it.
Mhm.
So if he hadn't been born, he wouldn't have been there to save his brother, and his brother wouldn't have been there to save those people on that ship. So that's basically what it's about.
Well, you've
Yeah,
sold me on it. And you have a beautiful quote here that is it's a standout quote in the middle of the page here, and it says, "Each man's life touches so many other lives, and when he isn't around, it leaves an awful hole." And that's from Frank Capra, the director. So that's really
Exactly.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great story, but like I said, if you just sit down and you're trying to play on the phone or be on anything, any devices, if you don't sit and concentrate, you might not get the message. But I guarantee you, it's a good one.
Well, that's a great answer to the question, and how awesome that your favorite column is actually running this week.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite stories, maybe not quite my favorite, that I did was it actually ran in the Yoakum Herald Times this week, and I went to see the Yokomias, the annual holiday concert. And I had never, it was both junior high and high schoolers. I've never been to a high school band concert before, but you can tell that they're so new to it. They're getting to learn the instruments and get familiar with each other because they don't get to practice too much. But it was really amazing to just watch them learn. And it is art and it is beautiful, even though they're beginners. That's what makes it so great. So have you guys been to these younger holiday concerts and that type of thing?
Well, I had to because I had kids in the band in Gonzales when we lived there. And I know Henry, you probably been.
I've been to several, yeah, and they're really nice.
It amazed me. I watched it was that somebody had a video of those
Hmm.
Yoakum kids. I was really amazed at how good they were.
Well, those were the high schoolers, so they get a little bit more credit. They've
Yeah,
had a few years
yeah,
experience.
yeah. I know the younger ones don't, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't compare them maybe to a college band, but they sounded good to me. I can remember when our kids were growing up in those grades. Their band didn't sound that well to begin with, but as they got older, like you said, they got good. They could have rivaled any kind of college team.
I just love listening to Christmas music live, and that's a perfect opportunity to do it. I mean, people aren't Christmas caroling so much anymore, so it's a great. It was really awesome to see, and I think it's going to make me go to more band concerts if I know that a local high school or local junior high has a recital. Why not go?
Yeah.
Because you're supporting them and you get to listen to great
Spirit,
music.
yeah. Spirit of
Well,
Christmas.
Henry, don't y'all have something at Christmas at your house, or
Oh
what
yeah,
was that? What was that you went to? That was Thanksgiving.
Oh, I went to Henry's on Halloween.
Halloween,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And,
Yeah, you have any Christmas traditions?
well, just a family get together, and I don't know what else. It's just
Well, do you leave out cookies still, or you're long past that?
not lately. We haven't.
So what are you going to have for Christmas dinner?
I think the family wants seafood, so we'll have shrimp and fried fish and possibly oysters
That
and all
sounds
the trimmings.
that sounds pretty darn good to me. I tell you. Too bad I'll be out of town. I might be.
Oh yeah,
Not that.
you could come on over. It's always room for another.
Oh yeah,
You could go, listeners, if you're hungry.
yeah. Well, especially your best friend, your best buddy. You want me and Chuck Groff
Oh yeah,
and Hans.
it wouldn't
So
be the same without y'all.
no,
Well, one of my favorite holiday traditions, if I can call it that, because I've only been there once now, is the Festival of Lights. And not only is it the actual festival, the celebration on, when was that? I think it was November 26th or around there.
yeah,
Yeah,
But driving by every day on my way home, because it gets dark at about 5:30 now, and seeing the courthouse lit up, it brightens my day, and I can understand why the whole community rallies around it every single year.
yeah.
yeah.
Have you been down there, Henry? Or
I didn't make it this year,
oh,
but I usually do.
I'm sure you've seen it driving by, huh?
Oh
You see
yeah,
it working.
do y'all put lights up on your house, or
yeah. We usually do it. So,
do you do it, or somebody else does it?
well, I used to do it all over the roof and everywhere. So now I got a little older, and my wife doesn't want to let me go on the roof. So it's it's up to the next generation.
Oh, that's probably for the best. And for anybody out there who wants to be blown away by Christmas lights, well, there is the Simmons Family Christmas Show that's going on in Yoakum. Definitely recommend that. We have information on our website, lavacacountytoday.com. But I was driving home yesterday. I had a Yoakum City Council meeting that went pretty late. I was driving home, and I did not expect to see such beautiful Christmas lights on, what is this, 90A going west. But before you get to that intersection,
Yeah,
there's 3 or 4 houses on the right, 3 or 4 houses on the
it
left.
is. Yeah, it's beautiful. We saw it.
It looked
Yeah.
like a gingerbread village. They did a great job.
Yeah, if you're driving even between here and Gonzales, what always amazed me is there could be a farmhouse sitting a half mile off the road and in the dark, and then there's all these lights,
Mm.
and that's a great thing. Christmas is a wonderful time of year.
I was thinking the other day, what a great tradition Christmas lights are. I wonder how it came about. And maybe it's to help the reindeer find out where the houses are, but whatever it is, I'm very thankful for that one.
Well, I don't know about that because Rudolph's nose is lit up.
And so
I forget about that.
He kind of is the searchlight or the guiding light for old Santa Claus. And I'm glad you wasn't up on the roof because you might have shocked Santa if he come miles about that time.
Well, let's see. Is there any other news we should cover this week in the newspapers? Well, I guess sports for one is that we have the different schedules. Definitely in Yoakum, I believe some of the other newspapers as well. So if you're looking for the soccer schedule or the softball, those type of things coming up, our sports editor Mark Luby has that for most of the schools. They should be online at lavacacountytoday.com
Right.
or in the newspapers.
Yeah, it's Mark had quite a few stories for Moulton. In fact, there's nearly a whole page. So check that out and catch up with the cats and the kittens and what
Mhm.
all they did. And they had a little tournament over there. And I think Chuck wrote about that too. I was trying to think.
I think
One of those Sacred Heart or Moulton one
yeah,
took the thing.
Oh, yeah. So you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about the basketball tournament in
yeah,
Moulton?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Sacred Heart came second there. Um, I'm trying to read the champion was Nixon Smiley.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. That's down there for you folks that don't know. That's south of Gonzales, the Nixon Smiley Mustangs. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And one news story I'd like to cover before we end our podcast for this week is, and this didn't make it in the newspaper, but it was online. It did fairly well. So for some of you guys, you may already know what I'm talking about, but there's a big blue Christmas tree in the French Simpson. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that because there is an I. Is it pronounced French Simpson?
That's the way I
that's
pronounce
what it
it.
is. Yeah.
Okay, so the French Simpson Memorial Library here in Hallettsville, they do this very cool project through the Meals on Wheels program, the local Meals on Wheels program, and it's basically a Christmas tree where senior citizens pick out what they would want to receive. They deliver it to the library, and then the library hangs them as if they're ornaments. People can go and pick them up and say, okay, this person wants a blanket or socks or whatever it is, and then get it for them. wrap it real nice, put it back under the tree, and then all of those gifts get delivered to the different homes, straight to the homes of these senior citizens the week before Christmas. So now that's coming up next week, starting on the 19th, I think. So this is a very cool project, and I think it really demonstrates the hometown feel and the connectedness of the community here in Lavaca County. And Henry, I think you might be able to tell us a little bit about this because your daughter actually, Becky Yannick, she is the leader of that
Right.
organization. Is it called, what is it, Community Connection?
Yeah, community connections. Yeah.
And so I know that there are a lot of senior citizens here. Do you know anybody that benefits from the Meals on Wheels? And uh, I guess, do you see have you heard any news about this giving tree, or is it still new to you? Because it is only the second year.
Right. I didn't hear too much, but
Well, you actually participate in that Meals on Wheels.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 4 days a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
They have pretty good food.
they have pretty good food.
Just
Yes, they
remember
do.
they might be listening, so
Oh yeah,
yeah, don't insult them.
no, I wouldn't do that.
So what's typical on their menu? I've always wondered.
Well, we have oh gosh,
You got that pulled pork sandwich.
pulled
there,
pork
man.
sandwich, yeah, and hamburger,
Yeah.
and then we have soups of different
You
kinds.
might have turkey.
Yeah, we had turkey soup Monday,
Yeah.
and it's several. What do you call that other thing? No, I can't remember.
So you didn't fill out one of those cards to get a gift, I assume, from the Giving Tree this year?
No, I didn't.
See,
Maybe I should have.
I was thinking me and Henry both are senior citizens,
Oh yeah.
and I'd like to fill out a card and I'd put like a new Lamborghini sports car on it.
Well, you're not asking for much, are you?
What would you put? New pair of socks or some underwear? Or...
Yeah, maybe a new pair of socks would be okay. Because mine got holes in on the heel. Not all, but some of them.
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, you might have to wait till next Christmas, but I'm sure they'll be doing it again because I was talking to the librarian and as well as Becky, and they're saying that it seemed more popular this year than in past years. So you just wait one more year and you might be able
I
to
might be able to.
Yeah.
We might be able to get
Well,
one.
you pick a car and I'll pick a car. We
Okay.
get the most expensive things we can think of and see if we get it.
Maybe a Rolls Royce would
Hey,
be right.
hey.
I don't think this is the goal of the program here, exploiting the community.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, but like Hans said, that's a great thing for them to be
Yeah,
doing.
it is.
And if you ever been to that public library here in town, you need to go by and talk to those ladies down there. They'll help you with anything that if you're looking for things about history or how to run the microfilm machine and look up old newspapers. Well, go down there and talk to Brenda and her bunch. They'll sure help you out.
Well, that's true. And so I think we covered most of what I wanted to get to in the newspaper today. Anything else you guys like to cover before we leave?
Well, I don't know. You know of anything, Henry?
Not really.
You're looking forward to a Christmas party?
Oh yeah, that's tonight at
Oh,
the Hofer's Driving.
no, that's not open to the public, so
No,
don't y'all get the wrong
no,
idea.
the doors get locked at 6.
Well, there you go. Get your goods before 6 o'clock today.
Yeah, and it'll be a rush before we close.
Well,
But people are not used to, let them come later and
Hmm.
they'll come and
come
hey,
come later, get those 6 slices of bologna.
yeah. So you sliced a bunch of me too, huh?
Yeah, I have. In fact, the first day on the job, I cut my finger on that meat slice.
Oh,
That's a dangerous piece of equipment.
If you would have just done it how Henry taught you.
Yeah, well,
that's right. I was lucky. I don't think I ever cut my finger.
you never.
Maybe nicked it, but not to where it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to get that. What's that ham I always like?
Let's see, pit ham or the other one?
Yeah, pit ham.
Yeah,
But
pit.
y'all don't carry it no more?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And I like
It's
that.
a little different now, but yeah, it's still.
You still got that hot cheese. I love that hot cheese.
Oh, jalapeno cheese, boy, that's hits the spot.
Well, while we're talking here, Hans, did you want to tell us anything about your future plans or?
I think, yeah, there's a great segue there, Murray. Well, you guys might notice some changes to the podcast in the future. So stay on the lookout for that. And that's because I will be switching my I guess stance as a journalist. I'll be an independent journalist now, but really that won't be changing too much for the readers of the newspaper. I'm still going to be covering Yoakum City Council, Yoakum ISD, and even doing feature stories here and there. So if anything, you guys might be seeing more of my work in the newspaper, but just for what it's worth, I will be freelancing and an independent journalist. So wish me luck in the future.
Oh yeah, well we definitely do, and
Yeah,
we're sure gonna miss you.
that's right.
We've
We've gotten to
enjoyed
be real good friends
really enjoyed
in a
it,
short time.
and I know that you'll do well. It's
Oh yeah, you got what it takes.
yeah, it's our loss and everybody else's gain.
Well, thank you. Yeah, look out for me in Forbes or
Yeah, there you go, or Time Magazine or something like that.
oh yeah, I'll be on the cover.
There you go. But
Sounds promising.
I tell you what, it's talking about the podcast. We're probably going to keep it going, folks. So we might miss a week around the holidays here, but we're going to pick it up and keep it going. We'll have more guests, and when Hans is in town, he'll come by and help us out again. So anyway, I'm real happy to have Henry Joe Yasek with us. Actually, I guess this is the first guest we've had on our podcast.
Thank you for joining us, Henry.
Yeah, thank you, Henry.
Oh, thanks for asking me.
You bet. With that being said, folks, I guess I'm going to say goodbye and turn it over to Hans, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, thanks for reading. Thanks for listening. And I guess we'll look forward to talking to you again next Wednesday for another Lavaca County News Review.
I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas.